As you probably know, we are a big fan of viewer questions here on the 2-8. Finding the answers helps us fill the show, and we also get a chance to learn something in the process. And sometimes it takes a little time for us to get to those answers, but during election season, there's a bit of an urgency to it to get you the answers before you cast your ballot. Joe, we got a great question out of Nampa, I guess, on a really big number when it comes to what they're asking citizens to pay for on a transportation bond.
Yeah, $38 million general transportation bond, Brian. And yes, we got a great question in from Steve Hoffman. We'll take a look right now. Steve writes to us, not sure if it's a news story or not, but how can Nampa City float a highway bond for this upcoming election cycle this May that contains a highway project that is outside the city limits? The proposed highway project is to add on-off access to the new Highway 16 extension. This project would use Nampa City resident tax dollars to fund a county project. Those in the county that will be impacted by this highway project cannot vote. What's the story here? That is a fantastic question from Steve. So, $38 million question has a lot of features baked in, but the underlying theme is improving movement in and through Nampa, and this is a result of community feedback. And there's actually 10 different pieces that are essentially a part of this entire bond here. So let's take a look over here at the touchscreen, and with a lot of different factors, the city of Nampa has put up a lot of things. For example, here spelled out on the bond website, you will be able to take a look. For example, Part 1, it involves Treasure Valley Marketplace and Midland intersection improvements, and the idea of that part of the bond, improve traffic flow and reduce delays by increasing intersections capacity, a few other things like that. So as you go through this website here, the city of Nampa did a nice job of kind of explaining exactly what the area will be, what the proposed project would be, and kind of why they want to do this project. And if you come down to point 4 here, you will see the Southeast Nampa connection to State Highway 16. So, Steve asks, why is Nampa doing this portion? State Highway 16 is not Nampa's responsibility. Nampa City resident tax dollars to fund a county project. It doesn't seem fair. So, to answer your question, the ballot question on this portion specifically, it is for design only, and you'll see that right there. So the Southeast Nampa connection to State Highway 16 project is for new access to that highway area from I-84 from the south side, part of the project. Also includes a new east-west connection idea as well that would extend Stam Lane from Robinson Road. But the language specifically says here, and we'll look at it together, if approved by voters, bond funding would be used to complete the design portion for this significant project. Goes on to explain that once the design is complete, it enables the city of Nampa to compete for state and federal construction funding to help pay for this $80 million construction project. So, estimated start of design with bond funding would be 2027, so it would be done a lot sooner with bond funding. Without bond funding, it would take between 2040 and 2050 to get this done. You can see there the $9 million price tag on the project. It breaks down individually there. So here's a great breakdown of the cost of the bond and kind of what the allocations will be. The congestion management is a large part of it. Pedestrian improvements, another large part of the bond. I just want to say that all of this is on the city of Nampa's bond website. They did a great job to really explain this all. But long story short, to answer Steve's question, Brian, this is about design and in the future, hopefully construction. But that's only if Nampa voters approve that as the whole $38 million question.
$38 million for a design project?
Well, no, it would only be $9 million out of that $38 million. So the other 10 construction parts, it's all a big part of it. It's a big plan from Nampa to, well, make big changes.
Okay, got it. All right. Thanks, Joe.